Hello and welcome to the Sunday Night League. This is Formula X Season 3, Round 3 at Monza. Now this is Monza without the first chicane, so hopefully there won't be any of that carnage that you usually see in the dailies. So, Formula X is our version of Formula 1 and we've had 2 rounds so far. And the championship standings as it stands are as follows. In first is Digital Blasphemy after his win at Spa, driving for Mercedes with 43 points. Second, after his second place finish, is CSL Wolfbane for McLaren with 37. Supra, third place at Spa, driving for Ferrari, 32 points. SNL Jam for Alpine, 28 points. Fifth is Alexis Maximus for Mercedes with 27 points. Matt Psycho for Williams after winning the first round but not being at Spa is in 6th place. 7th place is Noxie for Aston Martin. Unfortunately, Noxie is not here today and has been replaced by Guesty, who is making his appearance as a reserve for Aston Martin. 8th place is KBR Jack Jaja for Williams with 22 points. 9th is last season's winner at Monza, driving for Williams then, but now driving in the Scarlet Ferrari, is Paleschi with 21 points. 10th is VRC Daz for McLaren. 11th, defending champion VRC Cthulhu. Not a great start for Cthulhu, 2 10th place finishes for him in the first 2 rounds. 12th is Pat S, 96, the team principal and driver for Aston Martin. 13th is GT Racer, who returned at Spa, now driving for Red Bull after a season with McLaren. And in 14th is VRC Jim, team principal of Williams, who replaced Matt Psycho at Spa. 15th is Digweed for Red Bull, and 16th is ART Doors, who unfortunately is not here tonight for Alpine. The team standings as well see Mercedes with a strong lead with 70 points. Ferrari second with 53 points. Third are Williams with 51 points. Fourth are McLaren with 51 points as well. Williams are ahead due to the win by Matt Psycho in round number 1. Fifth are Aston Martin with 31 points. Sixth, Alpine with 28 points, and 7th, defending champions Red Bull with 18 points. So looking at the grid for Monza, we have got GT Racer for Red Bull on pole position. Pat is in second for Aston Martin. Third is Daz for McLaren. Fourth is Jacques Jajar for Williams. Fifth is Cthulhu for Red Bull. Sixth is Alexis Maximus for Mercedes. 7th is Guesty for Aston Martin. 8th is Supra for Ferrari. 9th is SNL Jam for Alpine. 10th, last week's winner, Digital Blasphemy for Mercedes. 11th is Paleschi for Ferrari. 12th is CSL Wolfbane. And in 13th place, we have got Matt Psycho. As you can see as well, we've got tyres. There's a tyre war in Formula X. And we have Bridgestone and Michelin runners. So the Bridgestone runners are Red Bull, Alpine, Ferrari and McLaren, and they have got this round the softs and the hards. The Michelin runners are Williams, Aston Martin and Mercedes, and their tyres are the softs and the mediums. So we can see here we've got a mixture on the grid. We've got softs running, mediums running. We've also got a couple of hards running as well initially to start this race off, so it'd be interesting to see what happens in this race. So I'll just load up everything and just make sure everything is running now. There we go. So without further ado, let's start this. Monza, 35 laps around the Temple of Speed. Can't see the lights, unfortunately, but they're revving. And here we go, poor start from GT Racer already, and VRC Daz is in the middle trying to get into the lead by turn 1. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Into the lead by turn 1. And Cthulhu having a go at his teammate is in second place, defending champion, looking to make amends. The two Red Bulls up there. First corner. What's happening? Oh no! Disaster! Absolute disaster! Carnage in the first corner. What has happened here? There was something happening maybe a bit further down. Alexis was there. See if we can get on board with Jacques Jajar. Just seeing what's happening around us. So Jacques Jajar's had a bit of a poor start. He's down into 10th place. Guesty runs a bit wide, and then we have a car going up the inside, and oh no! So, and there's a Ferrari off as well. I think both of the Mercedes have gone off. Yes! Digital Blasphemy and Guesty. Oh, and there we have it. So running too hot into the corner. Digital Blasphemy. Does he hold up and wait for everybody that's been involved in the carnage? He has done. Looking around, yes, he waits. But back at the front we have got Daz, who is miles in front. Miles and miles. Daz from McLaren leads. Second, GT Racer. I said he had a bad start. He's gone from 10th. Now he's third. Is Jacques Jajar. Fourth is Pat. He's having a look at Jajar. In fifth. Oh, Pat's gone off. Pat has gone off. And now fourth is SNL Jam. In the Alpine, from about 9th on the grid, Supra has moved himself up. Those hard tyres cars are having an absolute great start. And Wolfbane has just gone very wide in the Parabolica, fighting with Cthulhu. Cthulhu was fighting, and Jam is in the pits. Jam has gone into the pits. Getting rid of the hard tyres. Now, this is a tactic. Get rid of the hards, get onto the softs, and see what you can do for the rest of the race. But out in the lead, we have got VRC Daz. Oh, little mistake, but he's got such a big lead over GT Racer, who's been harassed by Jajar. Probably not the first time in his life that he's been annoyed by Jajar. The Williams driver, pushing hard. Fourth place, we've got Supra. Oh, look at this from behind. We've got Wolfbane off again in the background. We've got Pat in fifth place, defending from last season's winner, Pelesci, in the Ferrari, having a look into Ascari. There's no chance to overtake there. Cthulhu, last season's champion, trying to get his championship back on track in seventh place. Some upgrades this week for the drivers and the teams. Hopefully Red Bull have spent their tokens well. One of the Ferraris is a bit wide, but it's tight here. Supra on those hard tyres is possibly holding them all up. And can Pat get past? We saw the Ferraris having an epic fight between themselves at Spa, and they're continuing the battle. Pat is back up into fourth place, and he's got Cthulhu fighting him. Pelesci's there. Oh, and that is Alexis Maximus coming to have a little bit of a fight too. Oh, and sideways, and Pelesci's off. Pelesci's gone off. Disaster for Pelesci. Not what he wanted. On board with Pelesci, fighting along with the other cars. You can see Cthulhu brakes, tries to make the corner. Oh, just sticks his nose in and unfortunately spins round. Let's get back to the action at the front though. We've got Daz leading. He's pulling away, I think, from GT Racer. Then we have got GT Racer in second, still being followed by Jaja. Pat is in fourth still. He'll be wondering how he's still in fourth. He's got the defending champion looking up his inside into Ascari. That would be a brave move. Cthulhu thinking better of it, but now he's under attack from the Lexus. Here's Alexis in the Mercedes, having a look at his friend Cthulhu. Will he have a go into the Parabolica? Big brave move. These Formula X cars, they make the braking areas incredibly small. Makes overtaking on track very hard. Supra in the Ferrari, still on the hard tyres, going for a 4th lap. So we saw Jam come and just do 1 lap on these hards. But we've got Wolfbane in 8th. Guesty has fought himself back up into 9th. He's on the medium tyres, the hardest tyre for the Michelin runners. Matt Psycho also on the mediums. In 10th. Digital Blasphemy, medium tyres as well. Last week's winner, currently 11th. Paleshi is 12th. And at the back, currently, is SNL Jam, having been the only driver to make a pit stop so far. So Daz, nice and easy, leading this race. Setting purple sectors. Going through Ascari. The beautiful Gulf-liveried McLaren. McLaren, past 2 seasons in Formula X, have not had the best of starts. They've rebranded from the traditional Marlboro livery to the Gulf livery this season. And it seems to be working. 2nd place at Spa, and currently leading, and setting fastest laps. 1:18.7 by Daz. And then we've got GT Racer, 8 tenths down. Nearly 2 seconds down actually on Daz. He's under pressure still from Jack Shashar. He's keeping the pressure on his dad. Cthulhu, he's shaken off Pat. He's in 4th place, looking to chase down the podium. As I say, first 2 rounds not too great for Cthulhu, but a better race already for the Red Bull team. Pat is fighting against Wolfbane, and Wolfbane's passed. Wolfbane, oh, is he? No, Pat holds his line from Rivazza 1 and Rivazza 2. Pat is defending brilliantly. Guesty's up to 7th, quietly sneaking along. This is what Guesty does though. We saw this last season for Aston Martin when he replaced Matt Psycho, and he would have quiet races and just end up in the thick of it at the end. Passes people with ease. 8th place, Alexis Maximus for Mercedes. Supra now falling back. Those hard tyres are maybe starting to have an impact as he's fighting cars now with better tyres. He's got Matt Psycho, who won the first round at the Red Bull Ring. He won it narrowly from... And we've got Wolfbane in. Wolfbane has pitted for McLaren. Most likely getting rid of those hard tyres. And SNL Jam has overtaken him. So Wolfbane in the pit still, filling up with fuel. Let's see how much fuel he puts in. Not quite full, but it'll be a long stint. The stints around here about 11-12 laps, depending on how heavy you are on the throttle. So that will last him probably till lap 16 or so. So Daz, we've got McLaren sandwich then. McLaren at the front, McLaren at the back. But it's tactical. GT Racer, he's shaken off Jack Jajar, who's falling into the clutches of Cthulhu. Cthulhu in the Red Bull. As I say, defending champion from last season. Had a great run through the middle of the season, winning 4 races on the bounce. Possibly could have won 5, but ran out of fuel at Blue Moon Speedway. Blue Moon Speedway is back this season. It is a little bit further down, so let's have a look. So Alexis is on his own. Guest is kind of on his own, but there we go. Matt Psycho has overtaken Supra. The Ferrari driver is still going though with those hard tyres. There he is, hard tyres for Supra. His teammate is on the soft, so you'd expect Paleshi to be ahead, hopefully, but he did make a mistake coming into the chicane a few laps ago. One of the bollards is down. Oh, and I think Let's have a look. Let's go back a little bit because I think Supra was a little bit squirrely coming out of the chicane. It's when you want one of these slow-mo replays that they have in Formula 1. Yes, there. Keeps hold of it though. Has his teammate in 9th. 10th is Digital Blasphemy. Had a slow lap there, 124. And he has got SNL Jam catching him up. So SNL Jam, I wonder if SNL Jam is thinking long game with this. Let's see what happens. But Daz, look at the lead he's got. Daz is just coming out of the parabolica. And GT Racer barely entered it. He's halfway down the straight, is Daz. What a lead Daz has. That McLaren going over 200 miles an hour. What, 205 through Curva Grande. Let's compare that then with the Red Bull. So the Red Bull about 203 miles an hour, 202. So the McLaren has got more power, it would seem. Oh, and there is Cthulhu having a fantastic fight with Jacques Chachard. Let's have a look then. So he lines it up out of the parabolica. Slipstreams. Job's done. Holds the line. He knows he's got Curva Grande coming up, and he's passed him already. Jacques Chachard will be looking at the defending champion and thinking, right, okay, if I can pressure you into a mistake, into the chicane, I can get my 3rd place back. Let's have a look though. There's a reason he's defending champion. Oh, Jacques Chachard just a little bit pushing too hard. Alexis is in 5th place now. 6th is Guesty. 7th, Rat Psycho quietly climbing up the grid. He did this at Austria. He sort of top 5, and then at the end of the race was pushing for the win and did beat Alexis very narrowly. And then we've got Supra still on those hards. So look, Digital Blasphemy is in 9th, and in 10th place, having done a stop, is Jam. So he's caught up with... Oh, mistake though. Oh, not very good there from Jam going through the Ascari chicane. He's caught up to Supra, having been on the hard tyres at the start. So you see that's the pit stop gained back as they were very close on the track. It's a tricky one strategically. With the soft and the mediums for the Michelins and the soft and the hards for Bridgestones, we've got to see lots of different tactics. We've seen Wolfbane come in. Wolfbane is currently 13th. He's catching Paleshi. He set the fastest lap of the race on lap 7, which is his first clear lap after his pit stop, and he's not far behind. So he's got Paleshi in his sights. These two had a fantastic fight last season at Suzuka for the win. Paleshi getting the best of Wolfbane. Wolfbane's keeping the McLaren there, sliding it through. Paleshi's not giving it up. It may only be for 12th place, but who knows where this race will come. Miles in front, having a nice Sunday drive, is Daz. In the McLaren, he goes into lap 10. Tyres are looking very good on the McLaren. Then we've got 2nd and 3rd of Red Bull, so Yockas will be very happy at Red Bull. They've had a poor start to the season for them. As I say, last in the championship, but they won the championship last season. And those dropped scores this season, for the teams. So, will Cthulhu pass? Nice team driving from the Red Bulls. That will please Yockas no end. And fastest by half a second by Cthulhu in the 1st sector. That would be the power of his teammate's toe. Let's have a look further down. We've got Alexis has got past Jacques Chachard possibly. Let's just see. It was on the straight. The Mercedes power in the back of the Mercedes beating Williams power. Well, these cars have different weights, they have different power outputs as well. I don't think any team out there Oh, very close to going off there, Alexis. Very close. So Guesty, 6th place, being chased by Matt Psycho. So all these cars are different. They have different strengths, they've got different weaknesses. So some cars will be fantastic around corners, some cars will love the straights, and we're seeing that come to provision. Oh, I won't go for difficult words, it's still too early for me to get them out. Digital Blasphemy in 8th place, having a quiet race so far, apart from lap 1. And Daz is in the pits. The race leader, Daz, is in the pits. I keep going for my little button that shows the helmets, but unfortunately you cannot get them in this mode. So Daz is pitting, going on to some new tyres. Cthulhu and GT Racer take the lead. It's a 1-2 for Red Bull. All we need now. And Daz has gone onto the hard tyre. I've just seen Daz go onto the hards. Let's just see where he comes out. So Daz is short-filled it. Or has he even filled it? He's in 7th place. He's filled it with some fuel. Definitely looking at the tank, comparing it to the other drivers around who are on a quarter. So Daz is on the hards, getting a little bit caught out maybe from the new rubber, the new grip feeling, the lack of grip in comparison to those softs, because even though those softs had done 10 laps, they looked pretty fresh. We've got Digital Blasphemy in 8th place, chasing down Supra, still on those hard tyres, look, and chasing him, stalking him down. After that mistake we saw in through Ascari is SNL Jam. He's got the Marshall helmet on to pay tributes, chasing down Supra. He's got Wolfbane behind him. And now we're getting pit stops. So 2nd place was GT Racer. We've got Matt Psycho, moves himself up into 2nd. In fact, he's got past Guesty. How did he do that? Oh, he did it a while ago. Won't go too far back. So Matt Psycho pulls himself up into 2nd place. Has his teammate in front of him. Just compare fuel. Has Matt Psycho just saved fuel better? No. Those medium tyres, though, are a lot fresher than his teammate's softs. So Matt Psycho goes through, starts lap 12 on the medium tyres. Cthulhu leads, though. Those soft tyres, they look pretty fresh, to be honest. Monza isn't that hard on tyres. It's a nice track for the tyres. Is it a good track to have the hards, though? Well, looking at it so far, we've got Supra in 6th place, still on the hards, barely touched those hards. He's been doing 119.9s the past couple of laps compared to 117.8s by Cthulhu, the leader, so a couple of seconds off the pace. Is Supra? Oh, and Daz has spun! Daz has spun! Oh no! So, Daz was in 4th, set fastest time. Oh, does he brake too late? No, he just clips the curb and it sends him into the gravel, gets back on, and oh no! Those hard tyres have caught Daz out. Such a shame. You can't get them back on. So Pat now passes. Oh, Daz. Can GT Racer get him? No. So GT Racer is on the softs again. So try and keep up with the tyres. So we've got Jaja in 11th, is on the softs. Cthulhu is into the pits. The race leader is in the pits. Fuel is very low. Will Matt Psycho follow? No. Matt Psycho takes the lead. We've said that before in Formula X, as everybody else is pitting. So Guesty comes in for Aston Martin. No more fuel left. Those medium tyres have come off. Then we have got Digital Blasphemy taking those medium tyres off as well. See where they come out. And currently leading then is Matt Psycho. Second place is SNL Jam. Fighting with Supra. And setting purple sectors. Good morning, Miko. Welcome to the live broadcast. A little bit of a different schedule for us, but still the same fantastic action. So SNL Jam currently second place. Supra third. Those hard tyres, 13 laps on those hards. He's got to be coming in for the softs. Surely, but you can see the difference then. So SNL Jam did a stop and then has caught up with Supra and passed him. But I think they're going to stop on the same lap. So really, this is for position. Wolfbane on those soft tyres gets himself into third place, and Matt Psycho now pits. Nothing left in the fuel tank there. Wow. Only 3% left. SNL Jam is in with 2% left for Supra. So they're all coming in, and Wolfbane with an early-ish stop. When did he stop? Probably lap 5 or lap 4, looking at these lap times. Has taken the lead. Cthulhu. Second place for Red Bull. Third place, Matt Psycho has just been overtaken by Daz. So Daz, despite his error, has got himself back into third. I wonder what Daz is feeling right now. Fourth place is GT Racer. Fifth place is Matt Psycho. So that's roughly where he was pre-pit stops. Alexis Maximus has got past Matt's teammate though. So Alexis is on the move. 7th is Jacques Jaja. 8th is Guesty. Guesty looks to have lost out a little bit in the pit stop shuffle, but currently on the soft. Digital Blasphemy in 9th. In 10th is SNL Jam. So SNL Jam down in 10th right now. With Supra in 11th and 12th for Paleschi. This is not the race Ferrari were expecting to have at Monza, their home. Paleschi, last season's winner as well. He's not had a fantastic run. Lap 12. Not a great time there. And Pat currently in 13th. All races, I believe, are on the racing softs. Apart from Daz, who I believe is on the hards. So Wolfbane setting the fastest time again. So they're all going very quickly in sector 1, touching the gravel on the outside there. Wolfbane. Fuel is low, so surely he'll be stopping this lap. Where is Cthulhu? Oh, there's Daz, also stopping this lap. So McLaren working on the same strategy, but they've just done their tyres in a different order. Cthulhu has not used the hards. He's been using the softs. He's still on the softs. He's got plenty of fuel as well, so he'll take the lead from Wolfbane. He's got a big lead over Daz. Daz has got GT Racer just behind him, so we've got a train of cars now. This is something we're seeing in Season 3 of Formula X. We're getting long trains of cars. And as I say, very difficult to overtake in these cars. Oh, unless drivers make a mistake, Alexis running it very wide, possibly touch the gravel, but he's got a run on GT Racer. I do like the big number. The big number 9 on that Red Bull. GT Racer defending his position. Both McLarens are in the pits, so GT Racer now takes up second, but for how long? Because he's got Alexis right behind him, who's in the faster Mercedes. Can he take it into Curva Grande? There we go. Matt Psycho looking, following, stalking. Like the predator that he is. Hunting these guys down, playing with his food effectively. But Cthulhu has got a huge lead over Matt Psycho. Then we've got Guesty, who's found himself in 5th. I'm sure Guesty was in 8th when we last looked. He's now in 5th. I suspect if we went back we wouldn't see it for a long time. So Jar Jar now in 6th. Digital Blasphemy is in 7th. No, 5th place because of the pit stops that we've seen. There we go. So Wolfbane is pitted. SNL Jam has pitted. Lost some time, actually, to Wolfbane, who is setting some fantastic lap times. Supra is in 10th. Daz is then 11th. Pat is ahead of Paleshi now. Has Paleshi pitted? Yes, he has. And slides it out the chicane again. So Cthulhu fighting that Red Bull. He's actually closing in on Paleshi to lap him on lap 17. So, wow, we are halfway through this race now. And look at the consistency of Cthulhu. This is what won him the championship last season. Those consistent lap times are 17.7, a 17.7 and 17.8. And he's not far off that pace right now. Attacking Ascari. As I say, last night in the Porsches, Wolfbane said Formula X cars just look at a hairpin and go, ooh, slight inconvenience. These cars just grip. Braking zones are tiny in them. They will forgive minor errors, but they will snap. So Cthulhu lost some time there. This is where the train is. So Alexis is second. Third is GT Racer, who's got Matt Psycho all over the back of him. So GT Racer returning to the series. He's the McLaren driver from last season. Best result, I believe, of 5th place. Very good driver. Very quick around the Nordschleifer. He's got Matt Psycho, though. Oh, trying to go around the outside. He just drives round him like he wasn't there. Fantastic from Matt Psycho. Unsurprisingly, setting fastest first sector. The first sector on that fastest lap must not have been brilliant from Wolfbane. Everybody seems to set purple through there, but it's then the rest of the lap where they lose the time. Where is Wolfbane? He's 7th, just at the back of this pack. He's just got Jacques Jajar. SNL Jam currently in 9th, and then we've got Supra 10th. So the top 10 are there. So if we go back to GT Racer, and Guesty's made a mistake coming out of Ascari and is vulnerable to Digital Blasphemy. And will he be vulnerable to Wolfbane? Wolfbane saying he didn't have slipstream for one of his fastest laps. That's possibly why that first sector is getting purple, but here we go. Guesty is fighting. He's fighting the inevitable, surely, from Digital Blasphemy, and he's got Wolfbane right on his tail. Can Wolfbane do anything going into the chicane? There we go, setting purple times. It's got the benefit of the... Oh! Look at Digital Blasphemy fighting that Mercedes. And he's got Guesty going through with that to 1. No, boys, you cannot. I said this last night, you can't go 3 wide. Definitely not in these cars. They're too wide. But now, we've got Wolfbane having a look at Digital Blasphemy. Blasphemy was looking at 5th place. He's now having to defend his 6th from Wolfbane. But I think he's got a nice exit. So Guesty had a nice exit as well. But, oh, Wolfbane and Digital. I don't know what happened to Digital there. I thought he got a very good exit, but it appears not. Drops down to 7th place. And, oh, I thought that was a battle for the lead. That is Cthulhu just overtaking Paleshi, lapping him on lap 20. Still a huge lead by Cthulhu. Huge lead. Alexis Maximus is in 2nd for Mercedes. He was 2nd at Austria. Can he repeat that feat here? Got Matt Psycho, 3rd place. Still pushing. looking for that win, although Cthulhu is a long way ahead. Small error, I think, from GT Racer means that Wolfbane now... Oh, GT Racer's like a sheep, and Wolfbane is just going to gobble him up. Easily done. GT Racer in 5th now. Wolfbane has climbed his way back up into 4th. He's set the 169 as his fastest lap as well on lap 17. Guesty in 7th place has got Jacques Jajar just behind him. SNL Jam in 9th place, maybe regretting going for that one lap on the hards. Lap 20, 15 laps to go. This race is going to be over very quickly. Super in 10th, he went a long time on those hards again. Maybe not the strategy. Daz 11th, wooing his mistake. Where would he have been? Pat currently getting lapped, it looks like. Although the flags do come up very quickly. But Cthulhu leading this race. Very familiar with this position. As we say, champion from last season. He's had 2 10th places so far this season. This is where he wants to be. This is where he expects to be. Leading the race. Recently won a championship in another series. So confidence is high with Cthulhu. And when his confidence is high, he's nearly unbeatable. He's nearly got the whole straight between him and Alexis Maximus, who has got a Psycho harassing him. Matt Psycho is in 3rd, but he's looking at that 2nd place and going, yes please, I would like some of that. Coming into the chicane. Will he go for it? Oh, it would be a brave move. No, he runs a little bit deep, but it put Alexis off enough. Alexis doesn't have a great exit. So Matt Psycho keeping himself in the fight. We've had a bit of a fight going on. I've just seen... Oh, Guesty spun! Guesty has spun, I saw. He'd got ahead of GT Racer, I think. Oh, GT Racer just got in front of him. Oh, they both go off. They're both off. GT Racer's in the gravel. Jacques Jajar gets past. SNL Jam is looking. What can he do? No, he's down in 9th. So GT Racer is 8th place. Guesty is in 7th. SNL Jam though, trying to get past GT Racer. On the outside, going into Ascari. Ooh, just gets ahead, so into 8th place. Cthulhu though. Remember? Said nice Sunday drive for Daz. It's like the same for Cthulhu. Alexis Maximus is in the pits. Let's just see what he is doing. So fuel is low. Got 13 laps left. Well, 14 laps. So what is he going to do? Is he going to change onto those medium tyres? GT Racer is in as well. And so is Jacques Jajar. So we've got 3 cars currently in the pits. Check what is going on. So Alexis has got those softs on. He's got the mediums on. He's got a full tank of fuel. And he now will be going to the end of the race. Cthulhu flashing with fuel. So does Cthulhu come in? He's got to put the hards on. He's not done that. The hards will last 12 laps. Easily. Does he do that? And put himself at risk of being caught by Matt Psycho? Although Matt Psycho has to pit this lap. But I'm sure Matt Psycho will be putting the softs on. So this is the final stop of the race. Matt Psycho, he's gone past. How on earth is he going to keep that fuel going? It's barely any fuel. And Monza is a thirsty place. Wolfbane is second. So he's closing in on Matt Psycho. Wolfbane's got soft tyres on. He's got just under a quarter of a tank of fuel as well. Oh, it doesn't go purple there though. Oh, he's sliding it through the chicane. Digital Blasphemy up into third place. But having to stop possibly this lap. Cthulhu is fourth, and Cthulhu is on the softs. So Cthulhu is on the softs. I've not seen him go on the hards yet. Is he doing an opposite strategy to everybody else? It's a risky one. He's going to do a splash and dash at the end of this race on the hards. Minimum time on the hards. Guesty is currently in fifth, about to stop with setting purple lap times. He'll be wishing he didn't have to stop. SNL Jam setting his best lap on lap 23, 1:18.7 in sixth place. Out of sync really with everybody else with his pit stops. So probably will stay out. Matt Psycho is in the pits though. Supra comes in as well in the Ferrari. So Matt Psycho there. Completely out of fuel. 1% of fuel left at the end of his stint. That is timing it to perfection. And enough fuel now to get to the end of the race on those soft tyres. Comes out ahead of Alexis Maximus. Digital Blasphemy is out behind his teammate. Supra now coming out, so Guesty is ahead of Supra. Supra now is 9th. Jaja is 10th. 11th is GT Racer. 12th is Paleshi, currently on his fastest lap of the race. Let's see what time he's doing in the Ferrari. Not having the luck this season with Ferrari. I remember at Red Bull Ring he was quick, but just didn't have the luck. He ended up in the gravel, and that's possibly what's happened here today. Wolfbane leading the race in the pits. Final stop, 10 laps to go. As Cthulhu goes past, SNL Jam comes into the pits as well. So these drivers are on sync now, but Cthulhu leads. And where will he come out? He has to stop again. Surely. Matt Psycho, second place. No, Wolfbane ahead. Wolfbane comes out ahead of Matt Psycho. Will he stay ahead though? Because Matt Psycho's had the whole straight to get some speed. Matt Psycho goes round the outside. He's holding the position, gets ahead before the chicane, and breaks down hard. Fantastic move by Matt Psycho. That was perfectly timed. And Matt Psycho's putting himself into a position where he's putting the pressure on Cthulhu. There's a big gap between Cthulhu and Matt Psycho though. A stop just for tyres? About 20 seconds I would say. So we'd have to see 52. Oh, it's marginal. It is marginal between the two drivers. So 1:18.3. It's marginal between Matt Psycho and Cthulhu. Looking at the times on their laps, I would say it's about an 18-second gap, maybe, to Cthulhu. Has Matt Psycho come back after being away last week and just picking up where he left off at Austria? He's won the most races in Formula X in its history. Got the most podiums. Hasn't got the most fastest laps though. Fastest laps are usually pretty evenly spread, but Williams, since their resurgence last season, Flashman had to give the reins to the team. He got promoted within the team. Flashman went up the rankings and Jim actually took over. And it has turned around since then. Jim has come in, brilliant plans set up by Flashman, and Williams have become one of the best teams on the grid, winning many races last season. So Wolfbane, just confirming that the gap at this point is about 20 seconds, so we're about right. So about 18 seconds for Matt Psycho, roughly. Not bad off the top of my head. There we go. But Cthulhu setting his fastest lap of the race of 1:17.6. 1:17.7 by Matt Psycho. And a 1:18.0 by Wolfbane. Digital Blasphemy. Quiet race really by Digital. 4th place though. He'll be happy with that. Just keeping himself going. Championship leader as it stands. Now the drop scores do come into place after this round. So effectively everybody will just have one result for their standings positions. So Digital Blasphemy will be up there, having won at the last round. He's got Alexis Maximus right behind him, as usual. These two are usually very close together, but Alexis is on the medium tyre this time. Oh, mistake though by Digital. Bit of a wobble. Then we've got Guesty, who has got Jam right behind him. Again, these two have fantastic battles. Usually on track. Oh, Guesty running a little bit wide though. 7th place for the car number 7, SNL Jam. Maybe he should have numbered his car number 1. But the number 1 is reserved for champions. Supra in 8th place. 37 on his car. Quiet race really. That long stint with the hards, he's maybe thinking I should have maybe gone a little bit less, because Wolfbane did that, and he's currently Wolfbane's 2nd. Where's Matt Psycho gone? Matt Psycho? Well, he went off. He's gone off at Ascari. A rare error from Matt Psycho. We won't see the rest of it. What drama here with 8 laps to go. Well, 7 now for Cthulhu. Cthulhu still leads, but remember, he has got to do a pit stop. And the gap is about 18 seconds between him and Wolfbane. So Wolfbane, I think, just set the fastest lap now at 17.2. So Cthulhu's pushing, Wolfbane's pushing. This is going to be incredibly close between the two. Wolfbane keeping himself in contention. McLaren have never won a Formula X race. There's a car off ahead. I think that was Pat, who's now fallen behind behind Paleshi. Yes. Oh, and Pat was on a best lap as well. So let's just have a rundown. So Cthulhu leading the race, but he's being chased down by Wolfbane, who, although he can't see him, maybe knows that Cthulhu needs to stop again, and he's hoping that he can close that gap. Matt Psycho, oh, 3rd place. Lost a lot of time on the last lap. Digital Blasphemy very close to him though. 5th place for Alexis Maximus. Guesty is in 6th. 7th is SNL Jam. 8th is Supra. This is the trains happen in Formula X this season. We see groups of cars just so close together now. Just to see quite big gaps between cars. This season not the case though, as Alexis defends against Guesty. Can Guesty get the position back? Yes, he can. Inside line at Curva Grande, but oh no, Alexis hasn't got the speed. Hasn't got the speed. Guesty's just doing enough to keep ahead. So 5th place for Guesty. Alexis is in 6th. SNL Jam is in 7th. 8th is Supra. 9th is Daz. Daz has just got past Jar Jar, I think. Attacking the curbs. Hoping to pull himself back, although there's a bit of a gap between him and the train in front, which is led by Digital Blasphemy. And Guesty. Well, Guesty's pulling away, actually. So Alexis now vulnerable to SNL Jam. Will there be a move coming out of the Parabolica? Down the home straight. We've got 5 laps to go, including the one they're on. SNL Jam is going for the move up the inside. Gets past Alexis. What a speed. 206 compared, well, they're about similar speeds, but that couple of miles an hour just helps. Catapult. There's yellow flags. There's a car off. There's a car off. It's Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy's gone off. Just misses his braking point. And gets reset. Oh! So unlucky from Digital Blasphemy. 5 laps from the end. Cthulhu still has that lead. Let's have a look. See what the difference of the gap is. It's, yeah, about 18 seconds. Still, but Wolfbane, purple. He is pushing hard from McLaren. Not quicker than his fastest lap, but a 1:18.6 by Cthulhu. A 1:17.1 by Wolfbane. So Wolfbane has got the pace on Cthulhu at the moment. Cthulhu will be looking... Oh, Cthulhu is pushing so hard. Out in the gravel. And out in the gravel again. Oh, he is pushing incredibly hard. He's feeling the pressure from Wolfbane. He knows he has to stop again. Lost 3 seconds on that lap already. And Wolfbane's getting purples. Matt Psycho, 3rd place. He's got Guesty closing up, actually. Let's see. Wolfbane is flying through Ascari. Attacking every single corner. Cthulhu leads. He knows what he's doing. He pushes hard though. A 1:20.9. What does Wolfbane do? Still purple. No, a 1:17.7, but it's over 3 seconds quicker than Cthulhu. That gap now must be about 15 seconds between the two drivers. That's Psycho in 3rd. Guesty in 4th. SNL Jam in 5th. Alexis in 6th. 17th is Digital. Supra is in 8th. 9th is Jacques Jaja. 10th, GT Racer. 11th is Daz. 12th, Paleshi, who will just be hoping this race ends soon. Only 3 more laps left, Paleshi. And Pat, after a difficult week, is in 13th. Everybody that started this race is still in it. Fantastic to see. So Cthulhu comes round. He's only got 2 laps to go. Will he pop into the pits? No. It's literally a splash and dash. He's got enough fuel to finish this race as well. Oh, Wolfbane is pushing so hard. He is pushing incredibly hard. Let's just see. So 17. It's about 12 seconds the gap. 12 seconds is the gap between Cthulhu and Wolfbane. Well, Cthulhu cannot win this race then. Wolfbane, all he has to do, keep it on the road. first win for McLaren. But Alexis is in. Alexis has gone into the pits. He does not like those medium tyres. He's come into the pits. Had enough fuel left to get to the end, so a bit of an odd decision. Coming into the pits. Is he going for the fastest lap, I wonder? Going for the glory, putting on some medium... No! He had to stop for fuel. He did not have enough fuel. He's not changed tyres. And quite a few drivers are coming in. Daz has got himself up. GT Racer. And there we go. Cthulhu is in the pits. The race leader is in the pits going into the last lap. Where will he come? Wolfbane takes the lead. Cthulhu is coming out of the pits though. Cthulhu is in second. Latches onto the back of the Ferrari. But Wolfbane has played this to perfection. He was in last place at one point. He now leads. Going through the chicane, stressful moments now. This track is not easy. It could go wrong anywhere on this circuit. But Wolfbane leads. Let's just check. Cthulhu just a little bit behind. So those mistakes, I think, by Cthulhu maybe lost him this race. Matt Psycho has got Guesty all over the back of him as they all fight, but Wolfbane driving hard to the line. He's having a little bit of a wiggle. Is he trying to get the fuel to get into the tank? But through the parabolica for the final time to take the checkered flag and win at Monza. The first win from McLaren, the first win for Wolfbane. Second place is going to be Cthulhu. He's happy with that. As I say, 2 10th places. And now back on the podium. This is where his championship defence starts. Matt Psycho, 3rd place. Be unhappy with that, as he made a mistake. Guesty 4th, 5th jam, so 3rd, 4th and 5th, very close. Supra 6th. Went very long on the hard tyres, but still 6th place is a great result. Supra only in his 3rd race in Formula X. Digital Blasphemy, a mistake near the end of the race has cost him. He's in 7th place. 8th, Daz. He'll be happy with that. Rescue mission helped by Alexis running out of fuel, needing fuel on the last lap, just needed to refuel. Then we've got Jacques Jaja, and we'll stop there because in 11th place, coming out of the Parabolica, is GT Racer. So let's have a look at your results. So an excellent win there for CSL Wolfbane. Congratulations. Made his debut midway through last season with Alpine. The pace was there, the win was coming, and he's finally done it with McLaren after finishing 2nd at Spa last week. In 2nd place is VRC Cthulhu. For Red Bull, the defence of his title starts now, back on form. 3rd place goes Matt Psycho. Podium finish for the Williams team again. 4th place is Guesty for Aston Martin, stepping in for Noxie. Fantastic reserve performance by Guesty. Hopefully we will see him again during the season. Always great to see him on track. 5th place, SNL Jam. Not a bad result for SNL Jam, I suppose. 6th place, Supra for Ferrari. Maybe wishing he'd not run so long on the hard tyres. 7th place, Digital Blasphemy. That mistake near the end of the race costing him maybe 4th place. Or a possible chance like 3rd. 8th place for VRC Daz for McLaren. 9th place is Alexis Maximus in the Mercedes. The fuel at the end needed to pit again. 10th place for KBR Jacques Jaja for Williams. 11th place is the 2nd Red Bull of GT Racer. 12th place is Paleshi, and 13th place is Pat. Thank you very much for watching us, the third round of the Sunday Night League. All the races are available on YouTube. The next race will be round 4 and a debuting track for Formula X. It's Dragon Trail, Seaside, the chicane of death. In these cars, anything could happen. So join us then next week for round 4 of the Sunday Night League Formula X Season 3.